It's everybody's favorite day on FC25 Ultimate Team. It's Market Crash Day, which is also just known as Wednesday at this point. It's the best day for buying cards. We see a huge market crash every single Wednesday where the market just continually goes down, starting in the morning all the way throughout the day, and content release brings us a pretty big SBC as well. Now, last week we had a Max 87 base icon upgrade, and this week we already know it's going to be a Max 88 hero upgrade SBC coming out in just 6 hours. So that's what you should be prepared for today. If you want yourself an Eden Hazard or a Yaya Toure or a Ramirez, we're going to look through some of the cards you can get in that hero upgrade today. But with the rival rewards also coming on Thursday morning, it makes it a perfect time to buy cards. So as you can see, we've got 2.2 million coins liquid right now. I'll probably liquidate a little bit more throughout the day just so I can have coins to spend at content release and then at division rival rewards. So today, I'm going to show you exactly how you can make coins to not only complete this SBC, but also improve your ultimate team. But if you do need some extra coins for this, you can also check out Loot Bar. Not only are they already cheaper than the other platforms, but when you use my code Nitro, you're going to get another 8% off of that and 5% more coins than what you bought. You can even buy specific players on their site now too. It has great reviews, big creators use it, and you get your coins within a few minutes. So if you need quick coins, Loot Bar is the place to go. The Max 88 base hero upgrade has been added to the code, and it's coming out today at 6 p.m. UK content release. We've got ourselves cards like Di Natale, Hazard, Toure, Hamsik, and Ramirez. If you take a look at all of the cards you can get in that, I mean, there are some absolute bangers. Like Di Natale's over 2 million coins. You've got 5 cards over 1 million. If you count Jop Stam, almost 6. I mean, you know, you've got Paulo Futre, JJ Okocha, very good pulls. But there are so many cards you can actually get out of this SBC. Even down to here, like Francis Scully, Lazarazu, not bad pulls at all. But you've got 3 pages of these cards, and once you get to that second page, you've got so many different cards that are just terrible, and there are quite a few cards that are under 50,000 coins that you can get out of this. I mean, you start here with, you know, Mario Gomez, Dirk Kuyt, all the way down here. All of these cards are worth less than 50,000 coins. So it'll be questionable on what they price this SBC at, because last time it wasn't too expensive, like 150,000 coins. They're obviously going to have to make it a little bit more expensive with the chance of getting Di Natale or Hazard this time around. Of course, you could pack Yaya Toure in the last one as well. But now that you have so many 88 rated cards in here, I think they're going to have to make it a little bit more expensive, and I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed after they open that pack and they find Lars Ricken sitting in that pack. But that is going to come out today at 6 p.m. content, and every single Wednesday we do see the market drop. If we take a look at the market index 100 and look at the daily graph, you can see that every single Monday and Tuesday, cards are pretty expensive, and then they drop hard on Wednesday and then see a little bit of a recovery. Happens every single week. Monday, Tuesday, nice little stagnant, healthy market, and then a crash on Wednesday. I mean, it has happened every single week so far. And so we don't expect too much different this week, but there is a little bit of a change because Tuesday at content saw a little bit of more of a drop than what we're used to. Now, the market isn't down a ton, but as you can see, it wasn't as high as we've seen on previous Tuesday nights. So the market's already getting kind of low going into Wednesday morning. So we could see maybe the market just stay low throughout the day and actually start to rise before we even get rival rewards this time around. I think people are getting a little bit clever, right? They're seeing that the market drops every single week at the release of the rival rewards, and so they're trying to start buying before those rewards even come out. And so we're going to see the market probably rise a little bit before that today. We got to stay ahead of the curve, and that's what I'm expecting. So if you want to find some cards at 6 p.m. content today and pick them up, that might be a good time to buy, because I do think that the market will rise later into the night. Now, in terms of content that we're going to get this week, not only are we going to get that hero upgrade that we're going to see today, but there are some rumors of getting an Icon SBC sometime soon, because last year we already had Blanc and we already had Beckham. Now, I'm totally fine with this power curve staying a little bit slower than what we had last year. Because truthfully, if the power curve goes too quickly, then we're going to see this game die out a lot sooner every single year, which is kind of the trend we've been on. So the longer we go, I guess, without these kind of SBCs, the better. If we can push that back a few weeks or even a month, then we're going to see this game last a little bit longer in terms of being hyped up. But today we also have the Team of the Week number 6. That is coming out later today, which means Team of the Week 5 players go out of packs, and we have a lot of these cards that are already leaked to be in this promo. Harry Kane, Karchawi, Pedri, Gvardiol, Orban, Diaby, Luis Suarez, Alex Berenguer, Jones, Kolpani, and Verbruggen. Those are just a few of the players. There are some more that have already been leaked, or there are some more that have been rumored. Of course, these aren't going to be the only 11 players in this promo. But we do have some big names there and cards that are probably going to go up out of packs. The only problem is some of these have already risen a bit. If you take a look over on the market for Gvardiol right now is 83 rated. He is usable. It's not like a bad card at center back, but it's nothing spectacular. And as you can see by the graph, he's been down close to discard price, or the lowest price you can list 83s for, which is 900 coins. And then after he got leaked into this Team of the Week, you've already seen him rise from 900 coins up to 1,400, 1,500 coins. And I just can't justify for paying for these like inflated prices, to be honest. Like you're already paying a little bit more than what he was going for. And so even though he probably will rise to this price, or maybe even a little bit beyond that during the week, you're going to have to wait a few days at the bare minimum for that to happen, because there's so many of these now sitting on people's transfer lists. So that's the thing we saw with Tomori with our investment a few episodes ago. When we invested in Tomori, he was already inflated like that Gvardiol card. And then we actually saw him drop a little bit while he's been out of packs, because it was just an artificial rise initially. Now, if you did invest in Tomori and you're still holding on to some, which I am still holding on to some, then I am expecting a little bit of a rebound after the rival rewards later tonight, but we're not expecting to get our coins back for that. We are going to have to take a little loss, but it's just about, loss management. Are we losing the most amount of coins we possibly can? Just loss management there is really the move. There's also a couple others in this promo that we haven't talked about for Team of the Week 6. Pierre Kalulu is also going to get into this promo, the French center back from Serie A. So that's another Team of the Week card that's going to be coming out later today. Now, Road to the Knockouts. We mentioned them in the last episode. That Road to the Knockout cards are back in business, and we're seeing a lot of movement because the Champions League and the Europa League and Conference League games are all starting up again. And I've been talking about buying these cards after their matches, because they're not going to rise a ton if they do win, unless they are huge underdogs, but they are going to drop a ton if they lose. And what we saw was, unfortunately, in the Dortmund game, which Julian Brandt rose all the way to 63,000 coins, and a little bit higher than that at 2-0. I know my team. I know Dortmund. If anybody knows Dortmund, I know Dortmund. And there was just a big chance that we blew that, and we did, to a monumental extent. But Julian Brandt went from 63,000 coins back down to about 49,000 coins after Dortmund blew the lead and lost that game. Now, even had Dortmund won that game, I don't know if he would have held his value at 63,000 coins, but what I can tell you is now is a decent time to start looking at investing in some of these cards that do lose either today or lost yesterday. Because if you look at Julian Brandt and the tracker that comes along with him, then you'll see that he does only need one more win against Sturm Graz in 2 weeks' time, and they only have to score one goal. So there's a very good chance that he gets both upgrades at the same time. So I would look at investing in a card like this over the course of the next 48, 72 hours, maybe during the little crash that we're expecting today. I think a lot of people probably have already bought in anticipation of holding for 2 weeks, and what we're going to see is that card's probably going to rise into the hype of this match. Now, it might not happen over the course of the next, day, but if you are to hold that card for a week and a half, you are going to start seeing some profit. And so that card is probably going to slowly rise into that match, which is November 5th. That's going to be on a Tuesday. So you could sell that card on Tuesday morning or Monday night, 11/4, November 4th, and make some good profit. It's a pretty safe card to go with, but I do think that he could maybe go a little lower than 49K at some point over the next 2 days. And you can pretty much use that method for a lot of these different cards. Of course, AC Milan ended up winning their game with a Pulisic Olimpico. Just thought I'd shout that out as an American fan. But they do not actually have 3 wins or even close to 3 wins yet. They only have 1 win. That was their first win. So he dropped in price even though they won their game. He was up at 300,000 coins. He's now back down to 270K. This is what I'm talking about, guys. You buy into the panic selling afterwards, and then you just wait until their next game. Sell before their next game. If you were to buy Julian Brandt, I would say you probably don't even want to hold into the game against Sturm Graz. You don't even want to take a risk on Dortmund losing or drawing that game, which I genuinely don't think they will. They'll probably win at Signal Iduna Park. But you don't even take the risk. You just sell beforehand. You sell into the hype and you make some profit. So that's the case for all of the Road to the Knockout Team 1 and Team 2 cards. There's a lot more games going on today. And then there are more games going on Thursday for Conference League and Europa League. So if you wanted to take a look at the tracker for the the Europa League, you've got cards like Cherokee, you've got cards like Romero, who honestly, I think this is a card that moves a lot over the course of today. They play against AZ Alkmaar. So he's got a good chance of getting his 3rd win today. Right now he's about 200,000 coins. There is very good chance that he spikes up at some point today. It's risky though. It is a risky investment to be buying right now. There's a good chance he spikes up at some point today. He was at 207K. He was at, 213, 214 yesterday. You're looking at about 10,000 coin tax at this price as well. So you would have to rise to like 215 for it to even be worth it for you. Very, very risky, but it is a card that you should keep on your radar as he's going to be fluctuating a ton throughout today. Cherokee could be a good card to look at, and there's just so many different options to go with these Road to the Knockout cards. Now, I have also been flipping some of the new promo cards. As you can see, Iago Aspas here, I sold for 397, 384, 387. He's actually more expensive than that now, but over on our Twitter, I did end up calling out a risky, but going to try to flip a few Aspas cards back when he was 312,000 coins. What we saw was this card extinct. And then finally, when he got listed on the market, everybody who had been buying him during that time he was extinct listed and undercut it all at the same time. So he was due for a rebound, and that's why I did end up getting a couple of those cards. He is now actually 430K. If I had held on to that card a little longer or reinvested, could have made even more coins there, but we'll take a few 100K profit right there. Rush team number team number 2. These cards are probably going to hit a low point today. I know they're in packs till Friday, but they're probably going to hit a low point today at some point after content release, maybe as we get closer to rival rewards. If you want to buy any of these cards, not a bad time to go in on them. I do think that a lot of these cards hit their low points today. So if you wanted to buy them for out-of-pack investments as they go out of packs on Friday, it might be the low point today. So looking at cards like even Neymar, who we know has the Ibanez SBC coming. Ibanez is a center back from the Saudi League, and he's going to get an SBC sometime in the next couple of days. We don't know the exact release date. Could even be today. Now, with the release of the Casino SBC, they might not double up. They might not go 2 SBCs, 2 big SBCs at the same time, but they might. Because yesterday they did the exact same thing where they dropped the Barcola Player of the Month SBC, which was terrible value. And then they also dropped Crystal Dunn, which is also kind of expensive, but I think a little bit more reasonable than the Barcola price. They're asking for a lot of Team of the Weeks. Every single one of these squads needs a Team of the Week, which I think is what turns a lot of people away from doing that SBC. Crystal Dunn obviously is a little bit more expensive because she does link to the other NWSL SBCs we've had over the course of the last couple of weeks. So that one, obviously, people do not like either. But I think if you've already done Alex Morgan, I think if you've already done the Mallory Swanson SBC right there, if you've already done those ones, you've got to do the Crystal Dunn now. I mean, you're kind of forced into it. You have to get the links and complete that trio right there. So definitely could be EA dropping 2 SBCs today with a player SBC and the casino SBC, but definitely not a guarantee. But you could also start thinking again about those out of pack cards for Road for the Rush promo, because out-of-pack cards have now been out of packs for a while. Of course, we invested in Tomori. We've talked about him today. I think Neymar Jr.'s gold card is honestly a decent shout as well. Now, do understand that when that Ibanez SBC was leaked, you can see this card already has gone up in price a little bit. He was 39,000 coins, guys. His lowest point was actually 32K. That was after the rewards last week. He had an insane rebound afterwards. A nice combination of getting a leaked SBC and just the rebound from rival rewards in general. But as you can see, this card went from 38K, spiked up to 50, and he's been chilling at about 45,000 coins over the course of the last few hours. Now, I have a couple of them, not a ton, on my transfer list right now, but if we get a combination of both the Ibanez SBC and we get rival rewards, and he's out of packs all at the same time, it seems like a perfect storm for this card to hit 50K again and maybe go a little bit beyond that. Now, of course, there is a little bit of risk to this now, because what we've seen from out-of-pack investments is that they've been in packs for a little bit longer now. The Tomori card, the Neymar Jr., they've been in packs for 5 weeks now. It's not like they were in packs for a week and a half and then went out of packs like we saw in week 2 and week 3 of Team of the Week and these promos. These cards have been in packs for a while now. They're in people's teams. They're sitting on people's clubs and transfer lists. So even though the supply gets cut off from packs for a week, you still have more supply out of people's clubs and transfer lists than what we did in the first few weeks. So out-of-pack investing is still definitely a good method, but is it as effective as it was in the first few weeks? Absolutely not. And also, given the success rate that we saw for out-of-pack investments, when we doubled our coins on the DeMarco, when we doubled our coins on the Bremer, when we made so many coins on out-of-pack investments on De Jong and Griezmann week after week after week. Now people are picking up on that, and so we're seeing a little bit more over-investment before the fact that these cards go out of packs. I mean, we didn't see these kind of rises before the cards go out of packs on cards like Joško Gvardiol in the first couple weeks. People are seeing how many coins you can make on out-of-pack investments, and so now we are seeing these kind of rises. This card isn't out of packs yet. This is an artificial rise strictly from investments. So it's not like that card has just magically gotten better and had value over 900 coins. It's simply that investors have gone out and picked up that card and made it rise 50%, which is a pretty significant rise in terms of an investment. Of course, if you have 1 million coins, you're going to have to buy 1,000 of those Gvardiols to actually get in on that 50% rise. But you guys get the point. There's a lot of people investing beforehand on some of these investments. So keep that in mind. If you do want to go an out-of-pack investment, you see it already inflated weirdly, then maybe that is a sign to be careful with that investment, guys. Now, when it comes to the RTTK investments, the only one that is actually going to get an upgrade is Ollie Watkins. And he hasn't really gone up a ton in price, even given the fact that he is going to get an upgrade. I think what we'll see with this card, this 87 rated card, he does get another upgrade afterwards. And I do think that maybe he goes up a little bit in price if he gets both upgrades back to back. Of course, he has to play Club Brugge away, but Aston Villa are probably likely to at least score in that match, which gives him another upgrade. The fact that this card could get another upgrade keeps the hype going. It's not like he gets 3 wins, gets 1 upgrade, and then he's done for, right? No more upgrades. Once these cards get both upgrades, and the power curve continues to change a little bit throughout the course of November, especially as we get closer to Black Friday, then I think that these cards actually will drop pretty heavily after they get their upgrades. I don't think that they're going to go up in price a ton like people expect. I think most of the value here is into the hype of the games and not the actual upgrades themselves. Now, the next promo that we're going to get on Friday, replacing Rush, right? Rush was the promo over the last 2 weeks. We're going to get Trailblazers, and we already have some predictions. We already actually have a couple of cards that are confirmed for this promo in Trailblazers team number 1. I don't know how accurate it is, but I've heard that Pulisic is guaranteed to get in. I'm not just saying that because I hope he gets in, which I do hope he gets in. But I am saying that I have seen some leaks saying that he's in the promo, and I think a lot of these guys probably do get in. I can't imagine we see this promo without getting Victor Gyökeres. This guy has been absolutely insane. But we also have cards like Gvardiol. Now, here's the thing. Gvardiol has already been confirmed in the Team of the Week 6. So this is a 2-week promo. Gvardiol goes out of packs today. He's going to be out of packs for a week. He might get back into the promo and Trailblazers in Team 2. Because if it's going to be a 2-week promo, then he might get in Team 2, which means that he's only going to be in packs over the next course of the week. Next week and a half, he's only going to be in packs for 2 days. Or I guess it's over the course of the next 2.5 weeks. He's only going to be in packs for 2 days. So that is something to consider with Gvardiol. Elyyt could get into the promo. Rafinha, that's going to be a very expensive card. We saw how good his inform card did out of packs. Marmouche has been incredible for Frankfurt. Hakimi might get in. You've got Bremer, who obviously what a goat. We've made so many hundreds of thousands of coins on Bremer. We've pretty much made 1 million coins on Bremer himself. Saka, Payor, Vinny Jr., especially after today. I can't really argue that after he just tore Borussia Dortmund a new one in the second half. But that's all the news that we've pretty much got going into the market crash that we're going to see on Wednesday, which has pretty much already begun. We've already seen a small drop in price. Now, that's not a significant drop going from 54 points to 52 points. It's not a huge drop. I do expect us to go much lower throughout today. I mean, as you can see, the difference in price between Tuesday and Wednesday in previous weeks, 90 points to 77, right? You're looking at 74 to 65. You're looking at 63 to 58. So dropping 2 points is just the beginning of this little crash that we're going to see. We're going to see it go down at least another 5, 10, 15% on the market over the course of the next couple of hours. So that's it for today, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Would greatly appreciate it. I also uploaded a new video to the Nitro Football main channel. Down below is the link to that channel. Go drop it a watch, especially if you like Paul Pogba. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.